and welcome to our podcast on Imbolc. This is our debut podcast here on Mythic Wisdom. I am your host, Selena Madden, a mythologist, archetypal educator, and a somatic muse. Mythic Wisdom seeks to share insights into the mythological traditions and the archetypal narratives from cultures all over the world. We seek the wisdom of these traditions to better understand ourselves and our connections with humanity and with the earth. What is Imbolc? Imbolc is a traditional European pagan festival that marks the halfway point between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. It is the time where the dormant seeds begin to stir from the earth, where we may notice sprigs of green rising from the soil as they sprout life. We have spent the winter season in a time of rest and reflection, and Imbolc represents the seasonal occurrence of our own seedlings to stir from the depths of our introspective time to take fruition. Imbolc is a time where the sacred flame begins to spark, giving life to our ideas, our motivations, and our desires. This is the spark of our creation, our drive to manifest that which has been hibernating in our inner caverns. Imbolc is celebrated on February 1st or 2nd. The word comes from an old Irish word, imbolc, which means in the belly. And culturally, it refers to the pregnant ewes that were about to give birth at this time of year. Imbolc is celebrating the return of the sunlight and the promise of spring. And the Irish goddess Bridget is celebrated during Imbolc, who represents wisdom, poetry, healing, and smithcraft. Bridget's name derives from the Celtic word brig, which relates to terms such as power and authority, notably high one or exalted one. And she is sometimes associated with the Roman goddess Minerva for the relationship both goddesses hold with healing and with crafts. Bridget is noted as a healing goddess, namely as a protectress to women in childbirth. These traits also associate her with fertility, which aligns with the timing of Imbolc as we move into the fertileness of the spring season. So, working with Imbolc, we want to imagine, like I said earlier, these sprigs rising through the earth, rising through our own inner caverns in order to begin to grow and take shape and form and present beauty and nutrients and substance to the earth above. This is a liminal space because we're not quite in spring. We haven't quite left the winter season. And in a liminal space, just like in a dreamscape, is really our opportunity to traverse these worlds, to start seeing and manifesting and a transformative time. It is a time where we're leaving behind the things that have maybe worked through to their full potential, that have done the work that we need them to do, but also the things that are no longer serving us, and making space, stepping into the creativity of the new things, of the things that will be serving us, of the things that we want to create, that we want to manifest, that we want to bring forth out of our own inner bellies into the world. This is the time where we can offer some reverence and ask Bridget to guide us in this journey. She is a muse, and she can give us the inspiration that we may be looking for in order to manifest our desires and our intentions. She is associated with poetry, and this is a really ideal time to create our own poetry, to write your own. Even if you don't consider yourself a poet, we all have that creative spark, and you never know what can come out of that opportunity. It's if you don't consider yourself a poet, this is stepping outside of that comfort zone. It is transforming. It is moving through that liminal space into something that is new. which is what this season is about. Bridget is also, she's associated with the forge. So fire transforming metal, namely iron, into something even more powerful. These metals tend to uh, they're strengthened through the fire. So we're using the smithcraft, we're using the forge, we're using the fire associated with these things in order to strengthen our intentions, strengthen our manifestations, strengthen our desires. Again, speaking back to that spark that is within us and strengthening all of these things that we want to bring forth. So fire, iron, strong symbols for this season, and colors that are associated with fire and with warmth, orange, yellow, red. Those are good colors to be working with, especially with candles, because now you're also adding the element of fire in your working. So another just kind of overall theme with Imbolc is looking at the rebirth of the sun. Solar energy. So inviting the warmth of the sun, inviting the nutrients of the sun into this time, into your ritual practice, into your daily mundane world practice. So some ways that I personally enjoy working with solstices and with Imbolc is to spend some time really focused, really in meditation, really in honoring the deity and the season that we are experiencing. You can set up an altar if you like. If that's not available to you, you may take a walk outside. You may find a tree to sit under and just simply write your poem. Do some writing, burn a candle, um, and just spend some time in that reflection, but really taking this opportunity to ask yourself some of these questions. Ask yourself, what is it that is just itching, dying to be sprung forth? What is the creativity, the passion, the drive, the motivation that is in me that wants to be revealed, that wants to have that sunlight shone upon it so that I can be seen in this world the way that I wish to be seen? What are the aspects that have been hibernating, that have been marinating, that I have been introspective about, that I now want to bring forth? And what are the aspects that I don't need to bring forth anymore? So these are some of the journal prompts that you may be able to utilize during this time of year. But at the end of the day, have fun. Have fun with your practice, your magical, your ritual practice, your archetypal practice, your mythological practice, whatever it is that you want to, whatever terminology that you want to assign to it. Just enjoy yourself. Um, Thank your ancestors, your angels, your guides, the deities, the elements of our earth, of the cosmos, your source, your God. Offer reverence and appreciation for the insights and the guidance that they offer you. And feel free to share your poem. Feel free to share your experiences in the comments. Again, I am just launching this podcast, and I am honored that you are joining me on this new platform. Again, I am moving through my own liminal space and traversing into something very new. And it really came on a spark of insight and motivation and creativity. So it's in perfect timing with the Imbolc season. And again, I am honored that you are here to join me. Drop your comments, follow me on all the various social media platforms, and thank you for being on this journey with me. Blessed be.